let's take a look at some basic fundamental principles from side control. These are going to be key just to maintaining your position, and we'll talk with one very high percentage movement that we use all the time here to start to open up an opponent who has good defensive posture to be able to start attacking his arm or moving into choking positions from here while staying low and tight with great positional maintenance. The first thing I always go back to, though, if people are having trouble maintaining side, is just your initial posture from top and the pressure you're giving, your weight distribution, and slight keys in here. Okay, so for instance, you may have a crossface. Are you putting pressure on the neck, or are you putting it in the correct place? Are you blocking out the near side hip, keeping him from your partner from being able to do a quick bump and insert a foot or a shin in between you and them? Usually there's a little momentary lapse there. What I really want to do is talk about locking in the positions. For right now, I'm going to talk for a squared up, low, tight side control for the staggered arm positions, just because they tend to be the most classically sound for being able to attack from as opposed to simply pin. So from right here, first one will be crossface, underhook. So near side crossface, far side underhook. So from here, if Matt has great posture, a couple things I want to do. Okay, it's not just about hugging on to him. I got to make sure that I'm underneath his elbow, otherwise he can get an underhook and go out the back door. But from here, clasp my hands together. Now, right now, as I do this, there's a big pocket of space here on my between my hip and his body. So he's got a frame across my neck. He's got a frame here. That's his spacer between us. So if he starts to move, he's going to maintain that distance between us. So from here, first thing I'm going to do is let Matt take all my weight. So right now, I have too much weight on my knees. Okay, I need to keep this knee up over here because the only thing blocking out that hip is my knee. My arm's on the far side. But from right here, look at just this little bit, so Matt frames. Okay, now I sprawl my leg out, doing a little bit of a 45-degree here. This other foot is tucked inside so he can't access it with a hook or anything tricky like that. Now look at what happens to his frame. Okay, it's completely pinned to the mat. Right now it looks like my knee is touching, but I'm actually just hovering over the mat, and all my weight is off the balls of my feet transferring into mat. My crossface is not up high on his cheek or his temple. From here, even though I have only a fixed distance between my shoulder and my elbow, I can still get low with my shoulder by dipping it in and now rolling it in. Okay, so from here, lots of pressure on the crossface. There's no way for him to turn into me. All the time, centering my weight and just starting to smear. So I'm dead weight on my upper body, smearing it on my lower body. And the last piece here is to take away this frame. So if Matt bridges, okay, he can start to lever against my neck. All I'm going to do is touch my chin to my shoulder. That goes away, or at least it's mitigated, even against a strong, explosive guy. So from here, everything's locked in tight. Now watch. Matt goes to bridge. Good. Cancels it out. Why? Because I'm creating a structure here that's canceling out his lever.